All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is, straight up energy reading. This is Venus in Virgo. Why is this a big deal? Well, we got a lot of energies crammed together here. You notice a lot of readings crammed together, don't you? Right? The new moon, Mercury going retrograde in Virgo, the new moon in Leo, like I said, and now Venus in Virgo. It all kind of, Venus is already there. All of those things I've just said have already happened, and we're in the energy. This particular Venus in Virgo is one of my favorite placements for Venus energy. It's a very nice fantasy energy. Hey, Mr. Fantasy sort of thing, right? Or Mrs. It could go either way. I get a little of that in my pre-shuffle. It's about inner work. It's about self-work. But because of the surrounding energies here, you get a chance to play some things out. So does somebody attached to you. I'll show you with the pre-shuffle. I've got the High Priestess, right? Secret little world that you get to create here. And you'll see why in a second. Fantasies, secrets, dreams about fantasies, 9 of Cups. Whatever your fancy is, whatever strikes your fancy, as they say. Your own little secret garden. Your own little secret world. There's the world. I said it right around there. You get to keep your own little secret world going. Even people that suck at daydreaming and creating fantasy worlds in their mind can do it in this energy. And you're dreaming about paths you can take, right? Not paths you should have taken. Strangely enough, with Mercury retrograde, if you tap into the Venus energy, right? If you tap into this inner High Priestess there, or Queen of Cups type energy inside you, you'll see new routes you could take. You're dreaming of new lands, fanciful new lands and things like that. Underneath this here is a bit of reality. This is where the Mercury retrograde and the new moon energy and the core energy that's going on around us, and the Lion's Gate that's coming in a little later in the week, which dissipates out fairly quickly, but it is there, right? I'll pull on it. But I've got the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Wands. There's a truth, but you're understanding what you can and cannot fight for, okay? And what reality, what happiness, the Three of Cups, what you can attain, all right? All of this is designed to open up your emotions. All of it. This particular Venus transit opens your emotions, and it rips them open like the last can of Schlitz at a redneck barbecue. Tear the lid right off the thing, not even opening it with the tab. It really does open you up. All right, but you're approaching things within, or rather outside of all of this fantasy. You're approaching things from a point of reality, right? Because you don't want to end up like that. So you want to approach it from, it's where the Ace of Swords comes in, what you can and cannot fight for. What you need to put down as just fantasy and reality. So you're able to separate fantasy from reality quite well, so that you don't let yourself down, you don't end up disappointed, you don't shortchange yourself with the Five of Swords and the Five of Cups. But you definitely here, this is opening up a second chance. And I've got this great final energy here of the Six of Wands, the Two of Wands, and Judgment, okay? I'm going to tell you with Judgment here, I know it's pretty far back, but it's a powerful card. A lot of what you're fantasizing about, and this applies to an energy attached to you, a soulmate, a runner, whatever, some kind of soulmate attached to you. It's Steve Love Tarot reading, right? Whatever fantasies these are, these new worlds these are, they're not new. You've lived in them before. You're pulling in a lot of, well, what the card here calls karma. It's old past life energy, okay? And it's playing out. So if you really enjoy it, if you're like, oh, I don't want to leave this world, this new world that I've created, it's because you liked it the first time. It's a lot of pleasure. It's a very pleasurable transit of Venus, okay? Self-exploration, repetitive motions, things like that. This energy thrives in that normally. It really thrives in it here, but it's mostly fantasy land. It's a little less about diddling yourself and a little more about dreaming about these new, well, old lives you used to have and worlds you used to live in, and how you might make some of that come into your reality in this lifetime, okay? Right, and of course that doesn't mean to get your toys out, to not get your toys out and have some fun. Sure, it's a very sensual energy. Most of you probably be horny as a toad in it. I believe it. But it's really because of the surrounding energies, those fantasies are being activated, but those fantasies are bigger than just regular daydreams. And that's why I said, even if you're bad at daydreaming, right? I can never create fantasy worlds, Steve. You can in this, because it's not really a fantasy world. Keep that in mind, all right? So let yourself drift. Let yourself go. Don't do it to a point where you get fired at work, right? You don't want to get caught too much, but go ahead. Let yourself drift in and out of it. You'll like it. This is a great transit. Now, an energy attached to you is doing the same shit. They don't know why they're doing it. You know why you're doing it, right? You know because I just told you. I'm not here telling the energy's coming in, and that's what makes it so fun, because I get a very erratic energy coming at me, okay? And when I say erratic, I mean somebody who doesn't understand what's happening. Somebody who's like, oh my God, I'm having all these fantasies and dreams. It's why I think when Mercury, around the middle of the month, retrogrades its ass back into Leo, I think some communication is going to happen, and the readings keep talking about that. Let's see why the fuck we're here, okay? Card before the cut. I'm shuffling for it now. Why the fuck are we here? Give me the soulmate cycle universe from the influence of Venus. Let's single it out a little bit, okay? Let's read it within the surrounding energies, but single it out a little bit. Venus in Virgo. Let's do it. It's already there. It's already in motion here. All right, let's go. It's a general reading, may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you're here for a reason anyway. This reading is timeless. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. Why the fuck are we here? The card before the cut is the Nine of Wands, right? This is a bit of, somebody can't figure out why they, well, how do I phrase this? Who do I read this for? Do I read this for you or for the incoming energy? I'm just talking to myself. I'll do both, okay? This for you is a chance for you to safely fly close to the sun. Can I put it that way? Safely fly close to the sun, all right? Your wax wings are not going to melt, all right? How about that? For someone attached to you, they can't quite figure out, they're trying to block the sun, but they can't figure out why they can't, why they keep having these fantasies, why the sun keeps creeping through their normally solid wall here. I believe it. I get a very ripply energy on the other side. Very, I don't want to call it volatile, it's choppy. I will go ahead. Yeah, here we go. Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Look, it's a spying energy all the way around. Okay, on both sides, but on the incoming energy side, it's somebody here, it's disappointing on the other side of that wall. The sun isn't. The fantasies are better than the reality, and you want this person to feel this disappointment. You want this person to feel small. They're feeling who they once were, and I mean, when I say once were, I firmly believe it's past life energy that's rolling in, or for some, it might be this life energy, but who you could have been. Okay, that's possible too. It is what it is, but you want this. We want them to feel this, to feel small and disappointed. All right? Energy's attached to you. You, on the other hand, it's just a straight up spying energy. Okay? You might get a little disappointed at some of the things you might have been or who you once were if you feel it that way. If you feel it that strongly, if you're someone who's very, very, very intuitive, very, very good at dreaming up fantasy lands, then this transit of Venus is going to blow your fucking mind. And I don't want you to get disappointed. I don't want you to get discouraged. That's a byproduct of Mercury retrograde during the Virgo phase. And I don't want you to get that way. All right? Don't worry about it. You figure out a clever way to make it happen. And then we talked about that in the pre-shuffle. I don't know if the incoming energy is going to figure out a clever way to do shit. I don't know. Let's see. Let's pull ourselves a reading here. Give me the soulmate cycle universe with the influence of Venus and Virgo. Let's go. The overall energy of every motherfucking thing that's going to fall on this table is what I just fucking said. Now I'm pulling on the incoming energy, right? We had a chat. We'll talk about you more at the end, the message from the universe, and anybody that goes to the extended, we're going to pull the shit out of you and that motherfucker. But right here, Four of Pentacles. Somebody's holding back. Somebody's mind is blown. Sometimes when your mind is blown, you just freeze there, right? You just stay frozen. Somebody here desperately trying to hold on to what they have, trying to keep that wall up, but the sun looks good on the other side. They're afraid of it. What's fueling it? Yeah, see? The Four of Swords. They feel safe here, right? They feel safe here, but they're not. They're not. Okay, it's just what it is. All right. What are we going to clarify with? What am I? I'm gonna use the little animal deck. We're gonna do double animal on this one. All right, that's what we're gonna do. I don't even know what's at the bottom. Oh, look, the little Page of Pentacles. Oh, how about that? I believe it. Right here's the energy around your connection with the transit of Venus through Virgo. With whoever. I don't know who. Could be many different soulmates. I don't know. There's a lot. It depends on your little fantasy land that you create. I mean, you could be dreaming up a fantasy land where you're humping your way through your own fantasy land. I don't know. Knock yourself out. Have fun, right? Right here is the 3D energies around whoever the hell is attached to you during this transit. Right here is their soul. This is the hidden energy, message from the universe, read with the energy of your connection. And right here is the potential final outcome. I say potential because I can't predict free will. Nobody can. You could just choose, just like the incoming energy could, to just sit in your basement and do nothing. Just binge watch cartoons or something. That's fine. You can let this energy pass you by. Knock yourself out. But I promise you, if you're going to sit in your basement and binge watch cartoons in this energy, old Mickey Mouse is going to get you pretty hot. All right? Anything. If you're a dude, you're going to be looking at Minnie in a whole different way. I will tell you that right now. All right? It's going to get a little weird if you're watching the Smurfs. All right, right here. Energy around your connection. The moon. Anything can happen here. It's mysterious. Look, I'll tell you the story. You want a story? I'll give you a story. Look at her. She was asleep. She was resting. Heard a noise outside. And just like in every horror movie where people yell at the fucking screen, no, don't go in there, dumbass. Right? What the fuck are you doing? Haven't you seen horror movies? Go the other way. Right? She go outside. Light a torch and go outside. I don't know. There's something here. I get crickets chirping around it. It's sort of an as yet unknown energy. All right, we don't know what there's. It's that moment of suspense right before she get killed in the horror movie. Okay, right before the monster jump out. I don't know. We'll find out when we clarify. All right, it's very cool. I love that fell there. I love that energy, and I like horror movies. So anyway, but it's there. And I don't mean that in a bad. I don't mean horror movie in a bad way. So don't take me literally. Some people do, and they run with it. He said horror movie. My connection's not a horror movie. That guy's terrible. Like, okay, just chill. I'm just giving you an analogy, an example. It's not, no, the connection's beautiful. I said I like this. All right, it's good. It's all right. Freddy Krueger is not going to jump out. More likely Freddie Mercury. Okay, more likely Freddie Mercury jumps out than Freddy Krueger here in this. So don't worry about it. All right, let's go. What the 3D energies around who's ever attached to you? Strength card. That's bullshit. It's kind of bullshitty in a way. It's this, well, maybe not. I don't know. Somebody feels empowered. I don't know why. We're going to have to clarify that because I don't believe it. Somebody feels empowered. Yeah, I mean, okay. It's forward movement in the sense of I'm drawn to the number 8 quite a bit here. Okay. Their soul is here. It bookends that. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. It's that, it is kind of, I'm going to go ahead and stick with my horror movie thing here just as an analogy. I'm not saying it's bad, okay? Just catch my drift. This is that calm moment in the movie, right? When I get this here, I get somebody's soul, somebody here, this feels false to me, but somebody feels like they're on board with finding out what's outside. It's like this person has no idea they're in a horror movie, okay? And they just go outside. It's that moment when you know something's going to happen and they don't know something's going to happen, right? It's what's going on here. Somebody just feels empowered. They feel good. My soul feels good. I don't think they know why. And there's a lot of hidden energy here, so this applies to the fantasy thing, right? They don't know why they feel good and their soul feels nurtured. This girl hasn't figured out yet that she's about to get killed in the horror movie. This person attached to you hasn't figured out yet that what's making them feel discontent and good are those fantasies, are those things that they're trying to put up a wall and block. All right? It's your connection. They haven't figured it out yet. Okay? That's why it's as yet unknown type energy. You follow? I hope. This is really cool. It's really cool to see these cards lay out this way and then the energy flow this way. Oh, I love it. Okay, we're gonna win an award for this horror movie. If somebody's a filmmaker watching me, I got you a movie right here. It's coming. Wait till I clarify it. Okay. It's not the potential final outcome, but I think this is tied to it. I think these two are tied together. I almost wanted to say potential final outcome. Message from the universe. What do you want to tell us? And don't give away the movie. Okay? No, don't be the spoiler. Oh, you can't go to a movie with my wife. She like talk and like say what she's very smart. She can figure out what's going on. She'll give away the whole fucking thing. Jesus. Unreal. I swear. Half the time I think we gotta run out of there, get back to the car. right? Before somebody come attack us. Temperance card. The universe, temperance. Why are you giving me temperance here? This is a separate message. It's read with the moon. Somebody doesn't know why they're feeling okay, but there's some kind of healing energy here. There's some kind of almost a message to you to be patient. All you have to do is sit there and be patient. You're living in their soul. You're the only thing that's there. I get that. I'm going to need to clarify that. That's a very confusing temperance message. I'm going to be honest with you. And don't go out there and go, oh, that's easy, Steve. I can read. No, it's not about the surface of these two together. There's some other reason of that specific frequency of Archangel Michael energy is here. Archangel Michael isn't just one frequency of energy in the angel spectrum, we'll call it. It's several. It's a whole band of them. Like FM radio is a whole band of frequencies, right? From 88 up to 108, that kind of thing. You know, it's that specific one, though, is very interesting. We'll find out when we clarify. Potential final outcome, red with the Strength card. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. Like I said, I didn't believe that. Somebody here is... I think it's inevitable that this horse gets in the water. I get that. It is communication here, but somebody is reading the energy from the fantasies that are making them feel a certain way, like you're living in their soul. This is why we got the Queen of Pentacles here. This is why you're reflecting as the Queen of Pentacles and their soul is reflecting as the Queen of Pentacles, because of this pentacle. Somebody is reading it, interpreting these dreams, these fantasies, the only way they know how, which is from a very practical perspective. The problem is they're bigger than that. And I think that's what this frequency of Archangel Michael is trying to say. It's a bigger energy than that. It's working magic that they don't even realize is happening. Okay? It's that kind of thing. We'll see. We'll find out more when we clarify. Let's clarify. Let's grab the little animal deck. Yeah. Somebody's got a lot to learn here with that Page of Pentacles at the bottom. Let's talk about the moon. Give me the moon. Let's go. Why is the moon here? All right. Let's do this. All right. The moon. Why is it here? The Two of Pentacles. It's potential energy. There's an energy it's suspense. It's a suspense energy. Can I phrase it that way? Everybody know what that means? We've been talking about this. It's that moment in the film. I'm right. It's that she don't know something's going to happen. You're out there watching the movie, yelling at the screen, no, don't go that way, right? This person has no idea why they feel so content. They can't process it. They don't get it, but something is about to happen. Something's about to pop. One way or another, red or green, something's about to happen here. What's on top? See, I told you. Look at that, Phoenix rising, resurrection, right? Kind of energy here. For you, I'm just going to read this for you. Someone's about to show back up. And I think this came up, and we got 3 readings here that tie together very closely. One after another, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And I rarely do that, and you know that if you've been here a while. Okay? I don't try to overwhelm people with fucking readings. But this shit all ties together. It's a big energy that's happening and blending in the core energy. My point is, I think for the extended, in particular, for the... Wasn't it yesterday's Mercury retrograde reading or something like that? We talked about somebody returning a King of Wands, a second chance with a King of Wands kind of a thing. Yeah, this is what that is. This is, yeah. I don't have a King of Wands here, but it reads like it. The King of Wands wouldn't understand the feelings and the fantasies and stuff like that. Why is the Judgment here? Yeah, the Two of Swords, yeah. Somebody's returning, but how do I phrase this? They believe one thing, okay? But the other thing is true. Okay, each side has a truth, and those truths are about to meet. But there's something else there too. I'm going to pull one more card out. Yeah, the Star. The energy is just, you're about to cross swords with this person. I think I wouldn't normally take this that literally, but because I have the Two of Pentacles here, I'm going to put this back in the deck. I don't need it. I just wanted to look at the energy. I think what's happening here is the energy is set up just right. That's why we had the Page of Pentacles at the bottom when I randomly picked this up. I think this person's about to return. I think you're about to school them on something. Okay? School them on what reality is. I don't know. I have no idea. Just like this person here is about to get schooled. We said, careful, don't go out there. You don't know what you're getting into. Somebody here doesn't understand their fantasies, but boy, are they having them. Let's talk about the strength card, which is lust, right? It's lusty. That's the only part of it, I believe. The heart chakra open, the 8, the forward movement, I didn't really believe that too much. It might happen. It will eventually, but I don't think it happens quickly as an 8 would imply. But the lusty part of this, yeah, I get it. But it's interesting because this flows from 5D to 3D. And it's interesting that this person is processing the lusty energy of this in the only way they understand. Pentacle. You know, it's like, I don't know, it's like a romantic night with Mr. or Mrs. Spock or something like that. I don't know here. What's going on with the strength card? Tell me about it. Why do I feel like I don't want to... And I've been shown to be right here all the way around it. Everything around it. And it's almost like a message for you in temperance. This frequency would be a message, often carries a message of ye of little faith. If somebody ever says to you, oh, ye of little faith, have some faith, will you? You know, that kind of thing. That's that frequency of Archangel Michael energy making them say that, right? And I kind of feel like I need to say that here. Maybe to you and to me. I don't know. What's going on here? Strength card. Why am I not buying this shit? Here's why. They can't fathom this. These are big fantasies in this energy, right? It's not just taking a magazine into the stall with you. This is big, bigger than that. It feels so real. It feels too real. You don't want to leave the stall. You know, it's like, but the King of Wands isn't here. I was going to say it's the Knight of Wands, right? It's the night that King of Wands I just talked about over here returning orders. You know, it's emotional immaturity. It's a player energy. It's somebody who's usually in and out. You're not having any quickies in this energy. You're not having any wham bam thank you ma'am in this energy. You're not just going into the stall with a magazine in this energy. It feels too real. You want to stay in the fantasy. They want to stay in the fantasy, and at the same time they want to shut it down. And I think they're going to meet when they show back up, which it looks like they do, or the energy's there for it anyway. Because you know it's inevitable. If she keeps walking, what's going to happen? You've seen those kind of movies before. Somebody here is going to learn a lesson here about this. I don't know. What's on top? What did I tell you? 2 cups, 2 soulmates coming together. They want to stay. It feels good. If it is normally this is a lusty energy, right? Strength will come out for a bang in a bar parking lot. I say judgment doesn't, right? I say judgment doesn't come out for a bang in a bar parking lot. It's a real deal thing. It is. It showed up in your connection. Over here in the 3D, in their ego, the strength card showed up. Strength, lusty energy, it can be. It does show up for a bang in a bar parking lot. But this energy of with Venus transiting through Virgo here, it's bigger than that. They want to stay. It makes them feel good. Too good, right? It feels too real. Take a magazine into the stall. It looks like the person's coming out of the picture, right? It's weird. It's very strange energy. Why is 2 cups here? Yeah, the 5 of Wands. They don't understand it. They don't get it. And that's why I picked up. I didn't really believe it. Because it felt really nice. It felt really real. It feels like the heart chakra is open. But somebody keeps trying to close it. Because no, I don't want to feel that. I don't want to feel that. Listen, use this as a cautionary tale for you. Don't you shut it down. You stay in that fantasy land as long as you can. Play it out. You will come up with practical ways to make at least some of that new world part of your reality in this one. This side over here, if they keep fighting, they're just going to stay on shore and watch you do all the swimming. You know, I mean, hey. All right, let's go. Queen of Pentacles here. I get it. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles in their soul, where it doesn't relate to the DF. You know, in other words, this is your energy here. You're not sharing soul space. Their fantasies are all about either you or your connection. What your connection showed them, one or the other. I imagine you're at least somewhat a star in, right? A star of the show in some way, maybe. I would think. Queen of Pentacles. Why is it here? Would explain why they're still running. Whoever this is. And this could be a new soulmate too. Someone holding on the feelings for you. They always it's that person at work. They've got a thing for you, right? You know they do, but they never ask you out, or you don't know they do. You just only know because I tell you. Whatever, they go home, they fantasize, all that stuff. But now it's not enough. Now it feels like those fantasies are making them say, "Go get it," and then they try to shut that down. You know, because they just don't understand it. All right, let's go. It says temptation. Oh no, yeah. I tried to eliminate you from this. I couldn't. It's you. It's all you. You're in the. It's like you took over their soul for a day. Okay, it is. It is. It is just one of those things. I mean, there's no other way I can phrase it. You took over their soul for a day. I remember years and years ago on Nickelodeon, they used to have a thing where Nick takes over your school, right? You would enter, it was like a contest, and you entered it, and Nickelodeon would come to your school and completely take it over for a day, right? You're Nickelodeon, okay? And you take it over there, and the school is their soul. You've completely taken it over for a day. It's unreal. But it is. It's dominating. And I can understand this now. I get it. Oh, yeah. All right. What's on top? The Wheel of Fortune. You turned it up. You've turned their soul upside down. Something's going on with this Venus transiting Virgo where you take over their soul. Okay? And it literally, I mean, you got to just kind of catch my drift here. But their whole world feels upside down. Everything feels different. Everything feels strange. And that's why they grab the lantern and go outside. They heard a strange noise. And that's why they show up. There's a curiosity here. She's outside curious about what that noise is. What is it? I just keep equating it to a horror movie because for this person, I don't think there's a truth, and there's the truth that they believe, and I don't think that they quite understand these feelings. They're processing these big emotions. When the Empress lives in the soul, they're processing it the only way they can. You know, they're not becoming the DF. They are just living in the DF's house, if you will. The DF has taken over their house, and they're just dealing with it the only way they know how, which is through pentacles. Sort of a very, again, Mr. Spock or Mrs. Spock sort of way. It's not as passionate as it should be, and that's why they fight it. Why is the Wheel here? Yeah, the Nine of Wands. That's what I said. Everything feels different. They're trying to put up the wall. The Nine of Wands was card before the cut. Why the fuck we're here. And what I said in relation to them is they're trying to put up a wall to block the sun, but the sun keeps coming through. Why? Why? Because the Empress is living in your fucking soul, motherfucker. They're at the house. You can't escape somebody living at your house. I know. I've had relatives stay. You can't escape them. Doesn't matter what room you go in, they fucking find you. Okay? It doesn't matter. Right? You could have a hidden passage behind a bookcase where you have to go down flights of stairs. No one knows about it. You kept firing contractors so that nobody really knew what the finished product was or where it was. A fucking relative staying at your house will fucking find you. I guarantee it. And that's what's going on here. All right? They just can't escape that energy, but they don't know how to process it. But man, they haven't. You'll pick up on some of their little fantasies about you or whatever. But a lot of it is past life stuff. That's why it's so powerful. You've got a soul connection with whoever this is. You've lived past lives together before. It's a very, very positive energy that's coming in. But it's workable. You could take, if you process these fantasies, you could take pieces of them and apply them. Pieces of them will work in your current existence, and you could bring some of that energy in. It's beautiful if you can do it. I think the DF side can do it effortlessly. I think this side here, all right, trying to escape what they can't escape. You can't. And then they say, well, I won't do that again. Right, it's a freaky experience to take the magazine into the stall. No way, I'm not going to do that again. But they do it again. Right? Just like every horror movie, they do it again. And even in the same movie, this woman will keep going back out. Right? She gets slashed the first time she goes out. She gets slashed again. I mean, it's just the way it is. Time and time and time again. All right, Temperance. Why is it here? Unreal. That is wild. I love the perfect card, the Nine of Wands right there. It exactly describes everything. It explains the card before the cut, why we're here. I mean, it's all there. Oh, we are going to have a field day in the extended. Oh, fucking hell. All right, well, we're not done here. I got to know about this frequency of Archangel Michael energy. Ye of little faith, have faith. Have faith in what? What do we got faith in, universe? What is it? Tell me. What is it? Okay, very interesting. Universe got a sense of humor today. It's crossed by the Ten of Swords. An aspect of this connection is coming to an end. But it's more than that. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it properly. I got to see what's under this. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. something is going to, I said crossing swords. I said when they show up, you got a chance. You got a King of Wands returning, right? We talked about it in a recent extended. I said you're going to cross swords with this person. The energy is right for that to happen. You're crossing swords on an issue that needs to be put to rest for this connection to move forward in any way, shape, or form. In other words, because this is karma in the witches, for example, you're dealing with you're blowing out some karma with somebody here, okay? We're putting an end to it. It's something that's been held back. Maybe you've been afraid to address it. I don't know. But what you want proof? Fine. I didn't know it was there, and you know I didn't. The devil. Goat with its feet on fire. You're blowing out some karma that's been held back, something that hasn't been talked about out of fear. We're putting it to rest. Once and for all, we're putting 10 swords in it. See the horns? Doesn't matter that they're different animals. You see the horns? There's the horns. We're putting 10 swords in that. Whatever that is, it's different for all of you. And that, we're going to pull the shit out of that for sure. Okay, what's on top? Well, that is wild. I did not know that was there, but boy, does that back up my energy read. What's going on? What's on top? Yeah, the King of Swords. Yeah. Again, putting the sword through it with some truth. This is lies. This is bullshit. This is truth. I think, and these are 2 swords of truth. He's holding 1 sword of truth. These are 2 swords of truth. You are the one. You are the King of Swords here. You are the one with the sword of truth. But each side thinks that their truth is the truth. When the swords clash, we find out who's who. Find out which one's more powerful. Okay? That's basically what it is. It comes down to which truth is stronger. All right. But somebody is putting up a wall to it. Person, a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit of that. If they can't find you, they can't fire you, sort of a thing. Yeah, it's a little bit. Why is the King of Swords here? Death. Yeah, we're putting an end to it. Once and for all, the truth will be spoken about something that happened, some kind of karma. Now, you may not, don't think for a minute that this is all of it. Oh, it's going to be this lifetime or something. This could be old karma. This is something. Some kind of, you could be talking about with this person the hang-up that they have from this whatever it is, this hang-up they have that makes them run or makes them not tell you. You're going to teach this person something for sure. King of Swords is a great teacher. You're going to teach this person something. I believe your energy's attached to that. We put something to rest once and for all, and this backs up what I said. Until we put this to rest, we can't move forward. There is no rebirth until there's death. There's nothing to rebirth, right? So there you go. When something's on its deathbed and it's not dead yet, we're not having a rebirth. It's time once and for all. Speak some truth here. You're going to get an opportunity with this energy. A good number of you will anyway. It can't be all because they can free will their way out of it and just stay on the shore. But with Venus and Virgo and the DF skinny dipping in this pond here, it's going to be pretty tricky. Hell, I wouldn't last 5 seconds on shore. I'd have that suit of armor off. Faster, you could say take the suit of armor. Okay, you're already in. Okay, good. There you go. I mean, so a good number of them will come in that water. I'll tell you. I don't know that they fully take the suit of armor off, though. I think they're afraid of shrinkage, but we'll see. Well, they always have this fear of disappointing. This energy, the incoming, the DMs in this cycle, Jesus, such a fear of disappointing others. So much caring what other people think. My God. Unreal. I've never seen anything like it, and this is not my first rodeo as far as studying studying soulmate cycles. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. They just care so much what other people think, so afraid to disappoint that they end up paralyzed. They end up cheating themselves out of pretty much all the magic that the cycle and life in general has to offer. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? What's the final on this? All right, what's the final? Let's go. Okay. All right, let's go. 10 of Pentacles is crossing it. It's sort of, if you want it, here it is, come and get it. That's what the universe is telling the DM side. It's also telling you that, but I think through your fantasies. But I think you guys, because you were a dominant energy in the pre-shuffle, I think you guys are taking steps to make happen what's real, what you can take from that fantasy world and bring into this one. I think you do. I think on this side, it's the universe saying, right here, echoing through their suit of armor, if you want it, here it is, come and get it. It's like the DF, the Empress that's crossing here, is in the water, butt naked, yelling, if you want it, come and get it. Come on in, you got to come in the water. And I think some of them do and some of them don't, but I think even the ones that do, yeah, Page of Pentacles again. That was the card that was randomly at the bottom. This is, It's red with the Two of Cups. It's communication, but it's very leave the suit on. This is a very nervous little page, right? They're nervous. I was joking. They're afraid of shrinkage, but really, honestly, it's really what it is. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? The Six of Wands. There's a high probability of an argument here. There's a high probability that you cross swords with somebody. This is red with 5 wands. This is saying you're going to come out the victor here. But there's, again, I think once somebody gets in the water, they may relax a little bit. In other words, this knight comes in the water with you, fully in the suit of armor with the pentacle, holding on to the pentacle. But I think once they get in there and they relax a little bit, have a talk, I think that suit comes off while they're in the water. All right? You follow? Something along those lines. We're dealing with something here. This is happening. All these surrounding energies that are happening right now, things are playing out the way they're playing out energetically. Venus in Virgo at just the perfect moment, around just the perfect energies, in just the perfect month, is all happening so that we can resolve a past karma once and for all, whatever that devil is that was attached over here. Okay? And you are the dominant force here. You are living in their soul. You have taken it over. Like Nick takes over your school, you have taken over their soul. And they can't escape it as hard as they try. Even in their secret room, they can't escape it. It is inevitable that swords will cross here. It is inevitable that something will get resolved. Even if it's just you resolving things for yourself on your side through whatever fantasy land you create. Remember, those fantasy lands, that fantasizing you're doing, they don't know it. But you do because you're here. They're rooted in some kind of reality. Or a reality that was, okay? So that's why they feel the way they do. That's why they feel so powerful, because you were actually there. It's nostalgia you can't place. It's a powerful dream that you wake up from that you feel like you lived it. You did. That's why you feel like you did. And it's just, you could take pieces of that and bring it forward. The energy of Venus moving through Virgo with all surrounding energies right now is allowing you to take pieces of the past and bring them into the present to build a better future, right? And that's, again, if you want it, here it is, come and get it. Here's your better future. Here's your 10 of Pentacles, right? I think could be a brighter future ahead, and it could always just all fall apart. But you can't let uncertainty stop you. And I think what's happening right now on the DM side is they're letting uncertainty slow them down, and I think the DF side isn't. And I think the universe is giving them a bit of a gift. I see God's source, the universe, here with judgment, directly bookending over here in their soul, because these cards were red with these. I think the universe is giving them the gift of having the Empress as a fucking house guest. Okay? The best tits in the tarot. Right? And she liked to walk around the house naked. Hey, so what? That's a gift right there. And I think that's what's happening. And I think they're trying to shut it down, and I think eventually they just give in and just jump in that water. But we do have communication coming here. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. That is nice. I encourage you to indulge your fantasies in this energy. All right? Indulge them. But know that those are rooted in past lives that you have lived. Those are experiences. You may think you're creating a whole new world, and wow, it's amazing that I can do this in this energy. But you're actually creating a world that you're actually being shown at least pieces of a world you once lived in. Not fully. It's peppered a little bit with stuff from this lifetime, but you're being shown pieces of it. The emotional pieces are there anyway. The emotional memory is there. All right? So, do what you want with it. Do what you want with this person when they come in, but make sure if you're one of the ones where this King of Wands, for example, this energy, this DM energy approaches, right? More of a Knight of Wands that approaches, but make sure you're this King of Truth here. Make sure you put to rest whatever it is you think you need to put to rest. All right, with this person. I think they open by approaching you with some truth on their side, and you cross swords with your truth. All right, go ahead. You can cross swords in this energy. It'll be fine. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you before I go pull some wicked voodoo on this. I got a devil to pull on over here. You got something to deal with here. But probably individually and as a connection. Okay? It's the way it felt to me anyway. And we'll get a look at you taking over their house for sure. We're going to take a look at that. All right, let's go. And we'll pull a pyramid and supercharge this reading a little bit. Get some more on this communication. All right, let's go. Three cards from the bottom and a crossing card. Three of Swords, Magician, 10 Pentacles. There's 10 Pentacles right there. It shows up there. And there it is. There's my deception. It had to be here. We talked about it a lot in August, right? I talked about the Seven of Swords. That's the Seven of Swords. Talked about the Seven of Swords in my write-up on the month of August. Yeah, it's everywhere. It permeates. Think of this as the air around us, all this smoke here. It permeates the room, okay? Everybody here, everybody is trying to skirt around the Three of Swords. Everybody here is trying to cover it with dreams and laughter to cover this Three of Swords. In this energy, okay? In this energy, we can really address this. We can actually take a look at it, but there's a strong message for you here, okay? To stop and take a look at this Three of Swords. Some of these dreams you might have, some of these dreams that pop in, you might wonder why they popped in. Why am I feeling Three Swords? It's a chance for you to deal with it, okay? So I will say most of these dreams in this energy are fantasies, and we've already talked about that. But a couple of them are indeed fucking nightmares. Don't be afraid. Don't you be afraid to go outside with your torch and see what that noise is. That's the noise, right? Don't be afraid to go into this in this energy. You're pretty well protected. Your King of Swords over here, protected by a frequency, one of my favorite frequencies, although a rare one, of Archangel Michael energy. Very nice. Okay? So you, individual, I said it's individual. That devil that's here was individual and it's part of the connection. This is a message for you. You've got a little devil of your own that may pop in a few of the fantasies. You got some old, it might not even be from this lifetime. It might be old pain, old hurts from a past lifetime. Don't be afraid to go out and look at it. Yeah, you know, if you've seen enough horror movies, she's likely to get slashed. Yeah, fine. But you're okay. You're pretty well protected. Okay, you got some kind of superpower where you just bounce back to life. All right? It's all designed. Here it is. Come and get it. Same thing I said here, to take you to this Ten of Pentacles, to realign you to something else. The energy around us has been trying to do this since this cycle started. Ever since you came into this soulmate cycle. Those of you that are part of it, which is, you know, probably 99% of you watching at least, right? You know, the couple of people that thumbs down my readings every now and again are probably not part of the soulmate cycle. They're probably not supposed to be here. The rest of you, fine. You're part of the soulmate cycle. Great. The universe, ever since you came into it, ever since, let's just say you entered this cycle when some fucker ran from you, okay? You know, ever since that moment, the universe has been trying to realign you to a Ten of Pentacles. So this is just another part of that process. But there's not a lot of these left, you know, for a good number of you. So don't be afraid to look at it. Some of it will be magic and some of it will be tragic. Look at it all. You're completely protected. With the Archangel Michael energy around this girl got some kind of superpower where knives and bullets bounce off of her. All right? So take the opportunity to realign and take the opportunity to enjoy those worlds. See where you've been and apply some of it to where you could go. I'd like to wish the DM side was doing a better job of that, but at the very least, you got a strong possibility of a good conversation here with somebody that maybe it's time to hash things out with. Okay? Maybe. It is what it is. Maybe your truth is, I never wanted to see you again. I don't know why you're here. That's fine. You can do that. It's up to you. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. It's honest anyway. It is what it is. That's what this energy is. Enjoy it as best you can. I would enjoy it. I love energies like this. This is very rare energy that this is going to come around with this much protection around you. Okay? Very, very rare. I wouldn't expect to see this again for a while. A long while. This particular type of energy around Venus and Virgo. Obviously Venus will be in Virgo again, but not with these surrounding energies in the way it's happening right now, with the way the core energy is. That's your reading. Hope it was helpful. You want the extended, the link's at the top of the description. That's it. Good luck.